Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Free to Play Protocol, where we play free play to games and then we talk about them. What up, man? This is Finny.
Man, what's going on, man? I just want to point out you said free
Yeah,
play 2 games.
yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
I say, so we played Lost Light. It was pretty good.
Lost Light was very fun. Um, we'll continue to play it.
Yeah. Which isn't
Um,
something we've said a lot. I mean, I think Paladins and this are the only two games so far we're like, yeah, we're gonna play that more.
oh, 100%. Paladins is, OG, triple OG, and this game's fun. Super rewarding, super easy to play.
So let's get
If you
into
like
it.
Tarkov,
Whoa, whoa,
if you
whoa,
like,
whoa! He's getting a little ahead of himself.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Lost Light is a PC and mobile game, first-person shooter and third-person shooter with survival aspects, and is pretty much a Tarkov clone.
Yeah, it's 100% a Tarkov clone. I mean, from certain mechanics to maps.
Mm-hmm.
The
Oh, yeah,
BDF factory is factory from Tarkov.
yeah.
The one other map has customs, reserve, and I think it's the only ones that we played on, isn't it?
Yeah, and the other one's
Those
got like
three.
woods and shelters.
Yeah,
Shelter, yeah. Or not shelter, woods and coast, is it called?
shoreline.
Shoreline. Yeah. I really enjoyed Lost Light. I mean, I've been looking for a solid Tarkov clone for a hot minute. Marauders is obviously like the go-to when it comes to I like Tarkov, but I'm sick of the cheaters. You play Marauders. But Lost Light, I mean, if you've never played a Tarkov or a Marauders like game, Lost Light's a great one to see if you're into the concept. Like, I mean, it's free. I mean, how can you beat free Tarkov essentially?
Um, no, I agree. It's out of the 21 hours that I have of playtime, we ran into one cheater.
Mm-hmm.
And in the chat, you expressed that there was a cheater, and someone actually told you that what was going on and what they've seen before. But apparently, they every time there's a new cheat out, they do an update like at the end of the day, instantly.
Well, they tried to.
Well, they try to, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you're a Tarkov person, Marauder person, play it. It's essentially dumbed down Tarkov. Less, it's less.
Griefing. There's a far less
Well,
griefing.
the word I'm looking for more is technical.
Oh yeah, the game's a
You
very,
don't
very
gotta have
simplified.
surgery. You can't get limbs blacked out. So you just hit your heal button and you heal, and it heals what it needs to heal for you instead of you trying to figure out what you got to heal, when you got to heal. It does it for you, which is nice.
Yeah. And the pickup mechanics for the equipment is a lot easier. It's a lot easier to know what bullets do what. Lost Light puts a lot of things into perspective, so you know your kit level essentially. Like if you're a level 6 kit, you know it's the highest end kit. You're a level 5 kit, you know it's the second highest kit, and so on and so forth, which makes it really nice. The spray patterns are really good. The bullets all feel really good. The guns all feel really good. I mean, all things considered, if you're somebody who just is looking for a little bit more arcadey feel to a Tarkov Marauder style game, I mean, Lost Light is the one.
I agree. I do got some complaints that we'll get to. Um, but it's got a lot of positives. There's really only a couple things, and it's more UI based than the game itself.
Hmm.
Certain things are wonky, but that comes to the aspect of it being a mobile game as well.
Hmm.
Not being some of the stuff I'm going to complain about, not being able to rotate stuff with while you're holding it and hitting a key on the keyboard,
Right.
or automatically clicking it and then rotating it on your backpack. Trying to revive somebody, but they're laying next to stuff. You can't choose the revive. You have to have them move away, which I had problems with. You say you didn't, but I had so many problems trying to revive you when your stuff was there. I would hold the revive and he'd say, "Oh, you're getting up," but then it would try to pick everything up on the ground.
Man, yeah, I mean, there's wonky mechanics, which sucks, but I mean, it's partially it's to be expected. Like, if you're gonna play a mobile game on PC, you should expect wonkiness, at least to some degree. I mean, even Fortnite to this day is wonky in many aspects.
I mean, but Fortnite wasn't a mobile game first. Fortnite was a PC game first, then I went to mobile.
Right.
So
But it's
they
still
have no
wonky.
excuse.
We're
I
not
mean, it's just a bad game.
true. You're right. You're right. So with Lost Light being a mobile game, I want to also state what's really cool is in the chat some people were talking about how they put their phone on a USB-C or iPhone adapter and they output it to a monitor and we're playing on mouse and keyboard through their phone, which is pretty awesome if you're somebody trying to save money or has a decent phone but nothing to really game and you want to try it. Just grab one of those adapters. You can check it out that way. You could play it on the phone portably with a controller. I mean that's all really cool information to have for Lost Lights has put in perspective for me like the future of mobile gaming and what it can do after playing Tower of Fantasy and seeing like that side of MMO mobile games and now seeing this Tarkov clone mobile side. I think there is a future for mobile gaming. It's slowly coming around to me once again. Like, no, phones are a lot more powerful than they used to be.
Yeah, it's great to see that they're making these changes to where you can, cross-platform people on PC, especially like you said, people can plug it into a monitor. There could be people that can't afford a PC, but they have the iPhone or Samsung or whatever your choice is, and they don't have to go out and buy an expensive PC when they already got their phone.
Hmm.
They just go get a monitor, keyboard, and mouse and hook it up, and that's going to change gaming,
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
and
I
it's
feel
definitely
like
needed.
Lost Light would run on like a Nintendo Switch perfectly fine, and the graphics aren't bad, by the way. The graphics are pretty good.
Unless you change your FOV and then they go downhill.
It's true. So my initial time playing, I'd put my FOV to 120 because I like my FOV high, and yeah, my graphics went through the floor, and the FOV did not change.
Then he was complaining, "Why does your game look better than mine?" And then realized it was FOV. It's pretty funny.
It was funny,
Because who would ever think an FOV would destroy the graphics? It makes you think about other games, if how much it affects it. But why
right?
does it affect it so much? Maybe because it is a mobile game, but
It's very possible. Like,
you never know.
it seems like the Lost Light PC has its own client, like its own launcher, which means it's the same game, but it's running probably a unique engine or something. I don't know. I mean, like you said, we only ran into one cheater, so it's rough to say.
It's one cheater that we know of.
Right.
I feel like maybe mainly people are running ESPs more than aimbots and stuff, but now that we figured out that it's certain guns that have the hacks, which is weird to me. I've never seen something like that before, so I don't know how they do it. And it's mostly people doing it on their phones.
What
So,
I'm guessing is they're injecting data over top of something. So, if you have a specific weapon, you can pull it up and then like give it infinite ammo and things like that by taking its identifier and then modifying it, which is the
mm,
same reason why I think that person magically healed back up to 100 during that fight. But this is nothing new. If you've played Tarkov, you've seen 1,000 hackers. If you play Call of Duty, you've seen 1,000 hackers. And the fact that we played 17 hours of gameplay and have one confirmed cheater is good to know.
yeah, it's definitely refreshing. Hopefully it stays that way, but you honestly never know. So we'll see where it goes from there.
But they
But
all
it just has a lot of praise. I have a lot of praise for this game.
I hope this game continues to do well, and I hope that like our video can get attention to people to come play this game, mainly because it seems like there's a pretty small community and rooting out the malicious people because they have death cameras, they have spectating, they have a system for reporting that seems to be pretty good. Um, Everything's there for this to be the best Tarkov clone if people are interested in it, and it being free, and if you want to pay for premium, in this case, actually isn't a bad decision. Like, the rewards aren't game breaking, it just keeps you going.
Yeah, and it's nice to see that. It's the playability is definitely amazing, and the fact that it looks like they're gonna have different game modes, which is nice, which
Mhm,
is definitely needed in games like this. Because going into a raid, getting stuff and leaving, it gets dull after a while. But it looks like they're gonna have deathmatch and stuff. We didn't touch any of the ranked stuff, so we were playing all unranked.
mhm.
So I don't know how the ranked stuff goes. Maybe most of the hackers there, we don't know because we don't play ranked mode.
My guess is that the hackers would be in ranked mode. I mean, the reward pool is so much higher, the cosmetic stuff is so much higher, so probably the majority of the hackers would be interested in ranked. That seems to be the case for a lot of games, which makes no sense, but it is what it is.
People like seeing their name on top of a list. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
So go
Um,
become fucking employee of the month at your dead end job. I don't know what to tell you.
the things I like about this game a lot though is the usability and the friendliness it has. Friendliness as in you click on a round and it tells you what armor it goes through. It's not you got to look it up or it's got this type of penetration. It gets to the point. It shows a bullet on it. And it shows how many pieces, what level armor can go through.
Mhm,
Simple and easy. Um, when you modify a gun, it gives you a little more details about the gun that Tarkov. It just gives you certain points, which you can have 200 or 150. This just says accuracy. This is what it is. This is what this attachment does. It keeps it nice and simple. The fact there's really no menu play and you're in a shelter along, it's like the hideout in Tarkov, but 10,000 times better. Yeah, I have a gun room that I can go and put a bunch of weapons on the wall, and it doesn't count against my storage. The only thing I can take away from that needs, could be fixed is while I'm in my buddy's shelter, let me take the guns off the wall or just show it to me in my is inventory slot essentially. But the fact you can display your weapons on the wall, super cool. And then next to that, they have an armory where you can put the start of it's just 3 guns. It's just so much stuff to help you not have to worry about getting your storage up, which you can, which is super easy to build. But it gives you more of a home feel in the game that be like, hey, this is what my base looks like. Come look at my gun wall, and you can just show it off.
mhm.
Something you really can't do in a lot of games.
I like the preset system as well, where you can just hop on, even if you have no kit, no nothing, you can just buy everything you like, go into a raid with that. It's just 1, 2, and you're into a match. There's no hour-long session of you flipping through a black market. I mean, and you could do all those things. There is a black market. There's an in-game economy that you can participate in, but you don't have to. Like, the systems are all there depending on how you want to play. If you're not into the shopping aspect, then just make presets, and the ease of access to just anybody makes it so nice.
And I think that's what's going to help this game blow up. The views are mixed on it. I don't understand why. You know, the app store, it's a 4.5 out of 5, but Steam, it's a 6 out of 10. I don't know what people's complaints are. I would actually like to see that, but um
You can check that.
I'm doing it right now. I'm looking at it. It says 10 years to receive local resources after downloading it off Steam. Maybe you just got a bad computer. Don't know what to tell them. Mine didn't take that long. People are saying it's a waste of time. So many advertisements. I didn't see ads anywhere to buy anything.
Yeah, I think
And
the
that's,
only ads I ever saw were the initial premium ad when you first load up the game, and that's about it.
yeah, I don't know why these supposed to be cheaters. There's cheaters in every game. Go play COD cheaters, Tarkov cheaters. So I don't know why people are worried about that. A lot of people. It looks like it's a lot of Tarkov fans making fun of it, calling it Tarkov clone. Guess what? It's a Tarkov's a PUBG clone. I don't know
Kind
what to
of.
tell you.
So it's just like a battle royale, but more
Yeah.
strict. Yeah.
So it's just communities fighting. It's what it is. Stupid. Don't listen to the reviews. Give it a try. It's absolutely a fun game. Um, Second most fun I've had playing these free to play games.
Mhm.
So
I don't know.
you know,
I don't get these reviews at all. I mean, there's a lot of people saying cheaters. I didn't see any cheaters with any aimbot besides the one that was more of an ESP than anything. But he did one tap both of us, which was stupid and made no sense. But game is made by NetEase. They make all kinds of mobile games. That's what they're pretty much known for. Um, but they make pretty solid games, all things considered. I mean, they made Amiyoyo, Super Mecha Champions, Lost Light, Infinite Lagrange, Cyber Hunt. I mean, we're going to be checking out a lot of their games moving forward. But it's just interesting that there's a company out here that is willing to make such high quality style games for mobile. I mean, that's a huge deal. This is a company that people should be looking at and being like respectful towards because they're trying to push gaming even further.
yeah, it's nice to see people actually trying to push gaming further. Because if Tarkov would have came to mobile, it would have been horrible.
Oh
This
my
is what
god. You can't even run on a
this is.
PC.
Yeah, you're you're not wrong there. Um, but it's nice to have people that have, like I said, just mobile phones to be able to get something like Tarkov. They're probably all watching these streams and they wanted something like that. And it's nice that it's actually available. A type of game like that is available to people that couldn't, to essentially afford Tarkov and or get a computer to play it. So that's kind of cool. Mobile gaming is I think in the future is going to become a lot more than what people think it's going to be.
hmm Apex
I
has
mean,
a mobile game
eventually,
now, right?
yeah, Apex is on mobile now. Fortnite, PUBG are all mobile.
Well, it makes them
PUBG was one of the biggest ones to start it up before Fortnite.
right. It makes a lot of sense to me for a developer to move into the mobile space for their games because, you know, what does everybody have? A phone. Everybody has a phone. It just makes the most sense. Like, and then if Nintendo wants to make another Switch, what makes the most sense? Make your games available for that as well, because mobile just seems to be the way people typically lean. So, just putting a little spotlight on a game like this and getting it a community would be great. I mean, I would love to hop in and be like, "Hey, I recognize your name. Like, are you the guy that made that podcast?" It's like, "Yeah, it'd be sweet."
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I mean,
Um,
we saw the same people over and over again as we were playing. There is not a large community, and that needs to be made clear.
yeah, it's hopefully this gets some exposure to see people come and try the game out. That's all we can hope for. Um, but be prepared if you do come play there. Like every game, there's toxicity. Just don't pay any mind to chat, and you'll be fine.
Report it.
Also, yeah, report it. Don't let it fly. Report it. Report it if you see slurs. Report it if you see somebody attacking somebody else. Just report it. Try to keep the community clean because if you start the community with low population and you keep it clean, when you finally get that push and surge of players,
Mhm.
hopefully you've already like molded it to where it's gonna be people reporting it and keeping that stuff out of chat and out of the game.
It also shows the
But
company that like you care about the game and other people care about the game if they're seeing reports and things like that. It lets them know that they're doing a good job and that they should keep working on this title or release a second one. That's important. It's very clear that it's important to them too.
yeah, we'll just see if the reports actually work though. That's the thing.
hmm
I did report somebody, but it was for something else. I forgot what it was for. And when your report went through and they found that the person was in violation, they actually gifted me a vest and a helmet, which is cool.
Hmm.
So there's actually perks to reporting, and if it actually is, they come to a conclusion that that person did do what you said, they reward you, which is interesting because no other games really do that. So it's nice to see. So it gives you a reason to report. Um, but we'll see if any of my other reports come in through with what I've seen and see if that continues.
Because I have 3 reports out as of right now. Two for verbal harassment, and then one for cheating. And I'm curious to see if any of them actually get reviewed. Because I have it on
If
stream. I have it recorded. So.
Yeah, so if it doesn't, that's gonna be a big issue.
Hmm.
But
But yeah, I mean, all things considered, the things that I would do differently for this game. I mean, this should be PC first, in my opinion. But of course, that wasn't my decision. That's about it.
yeah, I think if it was on PC first, a lot of the stuff that I was complaining about wouldn't be there, like the rotating stuff in the backpack. And oh, that reminds me, instead of clicking on it, and if you go to click on it and pull it down, it moves your whole screen. Click on it and go left or right, and then move it. Then it won't happen.
Right.
I got a
Because
little annoyed. It took me a
scrolling.
little bit,
Yeah.
but
It's for flick
so
scrolling on your phone.
yeah, well, it's dumb.
It isn't great. It is not great.
No, because I got frustrated when we first started playing, and it was pissing me off.
Also, we're talking about a mobile game on PC. So you probably think, "Oh, it's not crossplay." No, it is crossplay. And don't underestimate people who are playing on a phone. They will fuck your day up.
Yeah, my buddy, talking about that, my buddy Joe, Joe, EMT Joe,
Mhm.
he was a pro PUBG player on mobile. Played in a lot of tournaments, won a lot of tournaments, had a whole team, went to Vegas and stuff for it. And he would kill people on the computer.
Oh yeah.
Just just don't think of it as it's gonna be easy. Some players are good, and then you'll run into people that will shoot, lay down because they don't know how to shoot half the time or do, and you can tell they're on mobile. So
Mhm. There is a huge skill gap that people don't know about from mobile games. I know a buddy of mine, he plays COD Mobile a lot, and like he's been top rank for our state for a long time. And watching him play is really like watching somebody on like a PS5 play. It's wild.
and he plays with just his fingers.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Yep. You played with just your fingers as well.
What?
Mouse and keyboard, you play with your fingers.
You know what I mean.
Plays
I
with the
was so
touch screen.
confused. Yes,
Yeah, he plays
touchscreen.
with the touch screen. But this what Lost Light has put me down is a really interesting rabbit hole. I want to find more games that are trying to do Tarkov. I'm genuinely curious if there are games that can do Tarkov better than Tarkov.
Probably.
I mean, Tarkov isn't that good. That's my opinion.
It's all right. Um, but it's unplayable. So,
Yeah. Well, everybody, I hope you have a great day. This has been FTP with Feeney. If you want to check out Feeney's channel, you can always find it in the pinned comment. Hit the subscribe button if you're interested in knowing more about free games, what the consensus is, our opinions on that, essentially. And yeah, like the video if you liked it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And Beanie, got anything to say?
and as always, see you guys in the next video.
Your mom. Got him.